to close out this section on, about face, which again, depending on, I don't know, maybe this was just an exercise in my own, what is that word? Selfishness, to be able to talk about this with people and have them here. Mm-hmm. And for me to go through this book again, I learn every time I read it, but to kind of wrap it up. So he goes on and they go on, this is a long chapter, and they go on to talk about all these different things that they did. And they did turn the fight, and they did start to kill the enemy, and they did start to spare their own guys, and they started fighting the guerrillas like they were guerrillas. So he really implemented all those things that they had talked about. Mm-hmm. So now he's getting ready to leave, and he says, the hardcore battalion proved to me everything I'd ruminated on throughout the 2 years that went before. All those ideas and theories on how to fight the G, and the G is guerrillas. Mm-hmm. If there was satisfaction in that, there was much less in the fact that my success didn't make a dent in the way the war was prosecuted. So even though he did a great job and it really changed their battlefield for him, other people didn't say, oh, I see what they're doing, I'm going to do that too. Ironically, what did was the debacle of Hamburger Hill, where Screaming Eagle General Melvin Zace ordered 11 assaults up an extremely well-fortified, totally useless piece of real estate, as if he thought he was in Korea or storming Kraut positions at Normandy. Almost 400 American men dead or wounded later, the 101 unit was king of the mountain. But within a week, the objective was abandoned. So I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but Hamburger Hill is a huge deal. Lost 400 guys, wounded or dead, held it for a week, and then left. The ensuing horrified uproar among American people and in Washington made sure Hamburger Hill was the last huge and costly battle fought by American troops in Vietnam. So I guess if no one learned how to fight the war from me and the men of the hardcore, at least from General Zace, they finally learned how not to. But we were already 4 years into the war, and there were almost 4 more to go. Tough. Dang. So that's about face for you. That is a heavy book, figuratively and literally. And, again, depending on what people thought of that, maybe we'll come back to it and talk about it again in the future.